Hello and welcome to my video on public speaking hacks. My name is Sonja Nannon. I'm a voice and stage presence coach and I coach my clients to become more confident sharing their voice with their audience. This is hack number 1 for public speaking. Seeing yourself as your own artist manager. What does that mean? It's knowing yourself so well and knowing what it is that you need in order to do your best job possible. And one of these things is to know, okay, I have a presentation today. I need to be at my best. What does that mean? Does it mean that I have to sleep more? Does it mean that I have to not take care of my children that morning? Does it mean that I have to get to work early? Does it mean that I have to have time to work out in the morning in order to discharge some energy? Does it mean that I need to meditate in the morning? What does it mean? So you are responsible of yourself as your own artist manager. You can take this into a diva realm or rock star realm. Like, okay, you are the rock star. You are the rock star speaker who will be giving their presentation. What do you need beforehand? That is really, how do you manage your energy? Does it mean that you have to go to bed early the night before? Does it mean that you take public transport instead of being stuck in the car? Does it mean that you need a moment to yourself before you step on stage? Does it mean that you need to talk to somebody to be distracted, to not think about that you're going to speak in a moment? Does it mean that you need a glass of water next to you? Does it mean that you need a microphone? Does it mean that you need to be sitting in front of your audience? Does it mean that you need to be standing? See, I'm giving you all these ideas that you can actually decide for yourself. And if you look back at your experiences of public speaking, you could maybe see that there are some elements that made you feel more comfortable. So if you're super stressed about public speaking, think about a time when you maybe didn't feel so stressed or where it was easier to speak, and think about what the elements were. What did you do in order to feel more confident? Because it's all about taking control, right? It's all about putting you back in the driver's seat and making you feel in control of your nerves, of your voice, and of the way that you connect with your audience. The hack number 2 has everything to do with lifting your energy. Because what happens is that when we are afraid, this is a very low energy. It's like there is this dissonance between being quite low in energy because we're afraid and quite high in energy because we have this fight or flight syndrome. So what can you do? You can lift your energy to be more at the same level and to actually feel in control again. The ways to lift your energy, for example, to listen to music and dance. It's also to write down 10 things that you have done and that you're proud of. So you feel like, actually, I can be really proud of myself, and that makes you feel more confident. The third thing you can do is to put on an outfit that makes you feel confident. Colors can really help you to increase confidence. More bold colors like red or orange or yellow or green can really help you to feel more like, yes, I'm here. Something else you can do to lift your energy is to go into nature. It's to look at nature, is to be in nature, is to spend time in nature. It always lifts our natural energy. Lifting your energy is such an important thing to do because you will match the energy that you have because you're about to stand in front of an audience. And then you don't feel so much at the mercy of your body. You're actually taking control and hopefully enjoying it. And this hack is all about riding the wave. Because sometimes when we are so nervous and we're so out of control and out of breath, and feel so at the mercy of our bodies, of our feelings, of our nerves, it can be so devastating and so scary that we forget that actually we have a choice. First of all, you always have a choice. You don't have to speak, but you want to speak, right? Okay, maybe you have to because somebody asked you and you feel like, okay, there's no way out of this, I have to speak. But what if you actually wanted to? What if you actually took this challenge and said, all right, I can't fight it. Let's roll with it. Let's just ride this wave of emotions, of excitement, of fear, of, scary feelings. Sometimes I do think it's beneficial to compare public speaking with another adrenaline kick that you actually pay for, like bungee jumping or a roller coaster ride or base jumping, you know. Those are things that are super scary, but people actually pay for those. And public speaking is maybe just as scary, so maybe you get paid for that, so that's pretty cool. So why not try to see it in the same way? See it like you're the daredevil who dares to speak in front of the audience, and you're just riding the wave of excitement with it. Try it out. Confidence hack number 4 is to take up space. When we feel scared and we feel nervous, we retract. We make ourselves as small as possible out of fear of being criticized. It's just a natural reaction that when we're afraid, we make ourselves smaller. That signals to your body that there is danger, right? So you're feeling afraid, your body's retracting, and you're in this scared mode. You cannot breathe, and that kind of reinforces itself, that you're feeling even more scared and you can breathe even less. So a way to feel more confident is to take up space. One of the ways that you can do that is with power posing, that you actually stand in the Wonder Woman pose for 2 minutes and feel how the hormones in your body change. That's something you can do, but sometimes it's also just, sometimes we cannot do that, right? When maybe in front of an audience and it looks a bit weird. So sometimes it's just small incremental changes or incremental ways to take more space. You can see that there's a difference if I sit like this or if I sit a bit more like that, and I'm actually, see, immediately I breathe, it's like, I'm taking space. So you can do that too. So if you have the time and the space and the privacy, of course, you can do a power pose. You can make yourself bigger, like really stretch out your arms, make yourself as big as possible. Or you can, just walk around, take up space around you. Or you can just notice or be more aware of the way you're sitting or standing and just take up a little more space, like really teeny tiny, just to help you breathe better. And when you breathe better, your voice is better, you feel more in control, and you feel more confident. And hack number 5 to feel more confident sharing your voice in front of an audience is to not take it so seriously. I know it's work, I know it's important, I know it's a lot of things maybe ride on this speech or this talk, and you have to give a good impression. The problem is that the more seriously you take it, the more stressed you get, and the more nervous you get, and the more insecure you feel. So it's this vicious cycle that gets started by taking it too seriously. Sometimes it's really about taking a step back and saying, okay, is this a matter of life or death? Is this gonna cost me my job? On a scale of 1 to 10, how important in the history of the world is my talk that I'm going to have to give? When you look at it, and sometimes I also like to relativize things in a way that, what would be worse? You can write down 10 things that would be worse than having to speak in front of your audience. And sometimes when we look at these things, it's like, in comparison, this is actually quite a small challenge that I have to take. I don't want to diminish fear of public speaking or anxiety. It's definitely valid, and I think it should be taken seriously. But taking yourself too seriously is actually detrimental to what you want to achieve, which is to be relaxed and to use this as something that can advance your career. So my advice to you is find a way of taking it less seriously. What can also help is thinking of things that you've done in your life that have been challenging, but that you managed anyway, and that you survived. If you think of those, you could see, okay, this is just another time that I'm going to share my voice. Or if you look at it in the future, like if you put this speech or this presentation that you have to give on a line of all the presentations and all the speeches you will be giving in your life, where is it? Is it standing out so much? Or is it actually just part of the steps that you need to take in order to move in your career. I hope this was useful. If it was, please give this video a thumbs up and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I look forward to seeing you in my next video and I wish you a lovely day. Bye!